Brandon Beane on James Cook. Hopeful for next year's training camp. Imagine the thrill of seeing your favorite player back in action. Buffalo Bills head coach, Sean McDermott, recently shared his anticipation with the media, expressing hope that running back James Cook would join Wednesday's practice session, despite being in the midst of contract negotiations. As reported by several journalists, Cook didn't disappoint. He actively participated in every single drill, meeting the team's expectations. Post-practice, General Manager Brandon Beane faced questions about Cook's presence and engagement. James is a fierce competitor and a standout player. He's an incredible teammate, Beane emphasized during his press briefing. His passion for the game and for being part of this team is undeniable. We've seen him evolve and mature, both on and off the field, and his composed demeanor is truly remarkable. But here's where it gets controversial. Beane acknowledged the financial aspect, stating, "Everyone wants fair compensation, and I genuinely wish I could reward all our hardworking players. James is a perfect fit for Buffalo. However, aligning on terms isn't always straightforward. We've had instances where we couldn't reach an agreement with players we deeply valued." Beane remains optimistic, though. "I sincerely hope to see James Cook on the field at next year's training camp, proudly wearing our red, white, and blue." During Cook's visit for the mandatory minicamp, Beane had a candid conversation with him. At that point, Cook was unsure about practicing during training camp but showed up to avoid any fines, humorously admitting, "I like my money. Our relationship has always been strong," Beane reflected. "I have immense respect for James. Ideally, we want to draft, develop, and re-sign our players. It's a business, and we must consider both financial and cap constraints. Sometimes what seems feasible on paper isn't practical when you look ahead to future seasons. We have to avoid scenarios where we're forced to trade or cut players we want to retain." Despite the complexities, Beane's admiration for Cook is evident. "He's in great shape, and his performance in June's camp was impressive. I believe in open communication with our players. We'll handle the business side as it comes." Since being drafted in the second round of 2022, Cook has amassed 2,638 rushing yards and 20 touchdowns. Additionally, he's caught 97 passes for 883 yards and 7 touchdowns. So what do you think? Should the Bills prioritize re-signing Cook? Or are there other factors they should consider? Share your thoughts in the comments. NFL training camp updates. James Cook and Kyren Williams contract talks. In the world of the NFL, the summer buzz around training camp is reaching a crescendo as key players report for duty, while navigating tricky contract negotiations. Just recently, Bills running back James Cook has made headlines as he prepares to join training camp, continuing talks with the Buffalo organization regarding his contract situation. There's intrigue around how much he'll participate given that he's a notable Pro Bowler who participated in mandatory minicamp earlier this spring. The situation is still developing, and many fans are eagerly anticipating updates on how involved Cook will be on the field. Meanwhile, the Rams welcomed their own contract story, with running back Kyren Williams making a similar appearance at training camp. As he heads into the final year on his rookie contract, there's speculation on whether he might consider sitting out if new terms aren't agreed upon, although Williams has reassured that he plans to participate actively in practices. In terms of player health, the NFL landscape is always a mix of hopeful recoveries and unfortunate setbacks. Tight end Dawson Knox has found himself on the active/non-football injury list, while offensive tackle Spencer Brown and center Cedric Van Prangranger are on the physically unable to perform list as their teams monitor their recovery. The bright side. Landon Jackson has been activated from the physically unable to perform list, bringing a sigh of relief for the team. Controversially, veteran linebacker Josey Jewell has been released by the Carolina Panthers due to ongoing concussion symptoms. Jewell made it clear that his priority lies in his health and supporting his teammates by stepping back to allow others more reps in practice. It's a bold move in a league that often pushes players to prioritize performance over personal health. In roster moves, notable signings include wide receivers David White Jr. and Philip Dorsett, along with a fresh contract for offensive lineman Zach Tom, securing a 4-year extension. Defensive players such as Tanok Pasanyan and Trey Flowers also joined various squads, demonstrating that teams are actively reshaping their rosters ahead of the new season. The injury report continues to evolve. Key players like quarterback Deshaun Watson and wide receiver David Bell are adjusting to being placed on the active/non-football injury list, while defensive tackle Derek Brown has been cleared to practice following a knee issue. These health updates are crucial as teams get closer to the start of the season. Interestingly, the New Orleans Saints recently announced the introduction of a gold alternate jersey for 2025, which has sparked excitement among fans. As the countdown to the season continues, the dynamics of contracts, health, and roster strategies will keep fans on their toes. With players reporting to training camps, it begs the question: how will these contract talks shape the performance and morale of the teams involved? Feel free to share your thoughts on how you think the league should handle contract negotiations, or any players you believe are worth discussing.